Football League. Defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. Jamal Agnew now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons come out and they are led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like you is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Reed Blankenship on the tackle. A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 4. We'll go play action now with Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Kyle Pitts.
A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down. For Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On third down, Penix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So on fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep for the Eagles, Avery Williams. And a fair catch is taken and is just inside the 20-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP, What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. First carry for Saquon Barkley. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Falcons offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Penix now off the bootleg. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
From the gun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
And that's now their 2nd time failing to convert here in the early going on 3rd down. And talking to him this week, 3rd down efficiency was going to be such a critical element of the game. They knew 1st and 2nd down were going to be hard to pick up big chunks, and they were going to find themselves in these manageable 3rd downs. And when you get opportunities to hit them, you've just got to make these plays.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were 3 and out first time around. They'll begin anew here in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. It appeared that an Eagle was able to get his hands on it, and indeed, the signal, Philadelphia will hold on to possession.
brings up third down.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice, looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The zone read. This is Penix. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Penix on 3rd down. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Penix. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Ray McLeod was the one he was looking for there. 3rd down coming up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
That one is caught by Mooney. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
4th down, and here's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Michael Penix on the scramble. A gain of 7. First down, Falcons.
4th and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the first down, and keeps this drive alive.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
London brought in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Algier. He's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They picked it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Sometimes it's just the obvious decision that's the correct one. I mean, the offensive line and their ability to win at the point of attack, all you need is one guy to displace the defender and just move him, and that's exactly where the play is designed to go. So you earn the trust to keep the ball on the ground in these gotta-have-it moments, and they come through.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Robinson. And nothing develops there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
On the tackle.
So we are through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. From back at the 5, here now 3rd and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. Moving outside, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Eagles 0.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Avery Williams on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. He'll be taken down Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. It's a gain of 34.
35-yard line.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
They'll run. It's Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He gets that to Brown. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
At the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and a yard. Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Running from the pistol with Barkley. Hey, that's about as exciting a 1-yard run as you're going to see all game. Found a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but not much after that.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That is caught, and he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. On the snap, a pull one, and it's blocked. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Here's a designed run, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll try to run for it.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The return is Williams. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. That's Goddard in motion. They'll run it here with Saquon. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of the 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A.J. Terrell on the tackle. A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up the 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
A run with Barkley. This won't go for much, maybe a couple, but he does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Hurts. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end Goddard. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Hurts gonna fire this one out to Smith. And he's not gonna get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He was taken down behind.
But after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time.
Good blocking, and he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles are in the lead by the score of 13-7.
Eagles 13, Falcons 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Agnew on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Trying to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The shotgun. It's Penix. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Second and inches. On the give, it's Robinson. And And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Now a timeout for Atlanta. That's their first.
A gain of 12. First down, Falcons.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Jordan Davis. He gets through to drop him. And it's a loss of 4.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll throw. It's Penix. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
3rd and long.
3rd and a long way to go. Back to throw. Here's Penix. A throw on the move is caught. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
4th down.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. And this will be from 42 yards out. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Eagles offense going to take over just before the half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Here's a timeout from Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 47-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's a short one. Caught by Goddard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
First and 10. Now Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So they got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Down the field, connection made to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway.
Bradley Pinion.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Williams on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on first and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. Up the sideline, past the 30. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. We'll go play action now with Penix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Penix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Fake the give, now it's Hurts. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
That's good.
A A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 18.
Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 6. Here's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. David Onyemata in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
And this quarterback just continues to take a beating throughout the entire game. They have to find a way to keep him upright. Otherwise, I'm not sure if he's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, left side. He's got it. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
First down. First and 10.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going today.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. It's 18-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. Goes brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He's trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And now it's 4th down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. And that one incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, here is Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going.
Tighten up.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. He gets this up past the 40-yard line.
A really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jalen Walker is there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion is Brown. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
That's good.
That gets him to 100 yards exactly after that reception and gets his team a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Eagles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the two-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he will get into the end zone. And that bumps this up to a 3-score lead.
27. Falcons 10.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. It's Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Room to run past the 30. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
On third down, it's Robinson. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down up past the 40-yard line.
I like that call on third down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on third down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating third down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with third down run.
Going now, Penix on first down. Oh, the short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Pitts is the man in motion. On second down, Penix. And is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he will go all the way. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
On is Koo for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Eagles 27, Falcons 17.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
At the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
For an Eagles 1st down.
And that's kind of a double whammy of sorts for this defense. Not only do you not get the 3rd down stop, but now this offense, Mike, they're able to bleed even more clock down with this fresh set of downs.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
7-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
To throw, Hurts. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Notre Dame.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Second and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Scrambling to his left. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Coop for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Hurts gonna hold on to this one, and he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on first down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
On second down, Buzzard. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
That's a gain of 3.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on third and short.
Still third down.
So instead of third and short, it's now third and 6. Shotgun snap now to Hurts. Pushed out to his left. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 3. Out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
3 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Hurts. A pass. Caught by Saquon. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's a third down and 4. To throw is Hurts. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. John Mechie. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Falcons 24.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. The gun. It's Penix. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
It seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible. because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
They'll go play action now with Penix. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On third down, Penix. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the stick, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now Hurts, going to call his own number. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Hurts, going to keep it on the option. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for one extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the first down.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Whistles here, we have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, here comes Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. From extra point range, field goal attempt. Elliott is good. Eagles add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
A throw on the move is caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. Here's Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts.
Complete to number 8, Kyle Pitts. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the Eagles' 48-yard line.
They come up for 2nd and 2. To throw again, it's Penix. He'll step up and run this. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Here's 1st down. From the gun, here is Penix. There he goes again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here we go. One final play. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.